and welcome to TNM News in a nutshell. This is our daily bulletin that we do at 10:30 in the morning and 6:30 p.m. in the evening every single day. Do keep following us for the latest updates from South India. So bringing the news to you today, I am Priyanka Tirumurthy reporting from Chennai. So let me first talk to you about Karnataka. We all know the major violence that took place outside the DJ Halli and KG Halli police stations in Bengaluru yesterday. And as a result of this, 3 people have died and 146 persons have been arrested. Both these police stations were vandalized, and so was MLA Suresh Murthy's house. And just to give you a quick recap, this happened after members of the SDPI actually wanted to file a complaint against Naveen, the nephew of the MLA, who had allegedly commented on a post that was derogatory of Prophet Muhammad. Following this, hundreds of people gathered outside the police station and vehicles were burned, CCTV cameras were broken, the stations themselves were vandalized, and most of the city watched on shocked as this part of Bengaluru erupted into violence. This is the update as of now as far as this violence is concerned. We'll keep bringing you more information as and when we get it. Moving on to Chennai, we have a certain amount of good news from Chennai. We know that the 37 containers containing ammonium nitrate, which was stored in the Satwa container freight station in Chennai, has been moved from the city. This after several reports that this particular stockpile of ammonium nitrate was kept in Chennai for close to 5 years. The stockpile was actually seized in 2015 from Shri Amman Chemicals, which did not have the requisite license to be selling them. Following this, due to a court case, customs continued to store this, and we have learned from PESO sources that this particular stockpile of this chemical was not stored correctly, and we know for a fact that it is this chemical that led to the explosion in Beirut in Lebanon, and so it caused a lot of concern. But as of now, the 740 tons of ammonium nitrate which was being held here in the Chennai freight station has been all shifted away as per norms, and this has been supervised by PESO as well. The next cause of concern will of course have to be Vizag, where 18,800 metric tons are being stored. In addition to this, the Finance Ministry has also ordered that a safety audit, be conducted in all containment stations which are under the customs responsibility. To the safety audit, they have to give their reports on 24th August and September 15th to the Revenue Department. And in addition to this, there is also going to be a check on what material is being held in these containment stations throughout the country from August 11 to August 15. And then moving on to Kerala, my first piece of news will of course have to be about the devastating landslide in Munnar. A heartbreaking piece of news is that the bodies of 10 children have been recovered from under the debris in Munnar, and of course they are suspecting that more children have been buried under this. We know that on August 6th there was a terrible natural disaster in this location, and efforts are still underway to find more bodies, but the rains and poor visibility is actually hampering the efforts. And what is more saddening is the fact that these children were not even meant to be here in this location. They would have been in residential schools. These are mostly children from Dalit families in that area. They would have been in residential schools, but because of the COVID-19 pandemic, they had come back home. Second piece of news from Kerala is that the Kerala Catholic Bishop Council, which is the apex body of Catholic churches in the state, has written to the Centre against the draft Environment Impact Assessment of 2020. They have said, and I quote, the EIA draft notification is to promote corporate investment and to fasten industrialization. Though the government claims that this is aimed at the progress of the country, there is no doubt that the draft EIA will have severe repercussions to the environment and the people. Moving next to Telangana, an agitation was staged by the National Students Union of India in front of the official residence of Chief Minister K. Chandrasekhar Rao, and they are basically protesting the decision to hold examinations for graduate and postgraduate students amid the COVID-19 pandemic. To get the message across even further, the students actually wore NSUI members actually wore PPE outfits to show that this is not the time to be conducting examinations when there is a fear of the spread of the virus. And moving on to Andhra Pradesh, 3 days, it has been 3 days since the fire which ravaged a private COVID care facility and took the lives of 10 people, and the police have told TNM that the management of Ramesh Hospitals, which was actually running this center, are absconding. And this is what the ACP Suri Chandra Rao told us. He said whoever is responsible will be arrested. We can't say right away that the MD is responsible. The management has to be traced, and we need to find out whose name the hospital was registered under and other such things. Management can involve multiple people, and everyone involved has to be considered and questioned to see legally who is responsible. So as of now, these people remain untraceable, especially the managing director Ramesh Babu. We will keep bringing you more updates, and our daily bulletins, as I said, will be at 10:30 in the morning and 6:30 p.m. in the evening. Keep tuning in to listen to what exactly is happening across South India. For now, this is Priyanka Tirumurthy from Chennai.